I know the Lord said to me, I created Emmy. She is not a mistake. I'm the author of her story. And when the doctor told me she has too many little folds in her brain, the Lord said, no, she doesn't. Those are deliberate folds. And I put each and every fold in her brain because I knit her together in your womb. She's not an accident. She doesn't have, too many folds. She has exactly how many she's supposed to have. It's reminded me that He has a plan for her, and He is the author of her story. We didn't know anything was going on with Emmy until she was born. As I laid there, somebody that I never had seen came up to the head of the bed and just said, your little girl looks different, and I want to prepare you for that. And I was like, okay. And she said, I'm gonna have your husband take a picture and bring it and show you. And when I looked up at him, I knew, like, he just seemed odd. And then he brought back a picture of her in which, I mean, you could just tell she had many physical abnormalities. The most obvious was her legs. When she was born, it looked like her legs were on backwards. Both her hips were dislocated, both of her knees were dislocated, and they were up at her face. One arm was completely stuck up here, and the other one was stuck way back here. And we couldn't move them. Like, her right arm got broke in the NICU with them just trying to manipulate it to take care of her. So Emmy's primary diagnosis is polymicrogyria, and that just means that she has too many little folds in her brain, and those folds prevent messages from sending. And the specialist that gave us the diagnosis told us that what she did then was all she would ever do. She didn't move her arms, she did nothing. And so that was a really discouraging thing to be told. And I just remember standing over her and thinking, no, nobody will tell me that. Like, I'll spend my last day proving you wrong. They had therapists lined up for Emmy, and they had selected Kendra to be Emmy's occupational therapist. From the first day I met Kendra, and I'm not lying when I say this, I loved her. Like, she just felt personable to me. I felt like she genuinely, not that other therapists don't have that, but her bedside manner. And I did not know that she was a believer, but I felt like our spirits like recognized each other, and I was drawn to her. And then, as we got to know each other, it was obvious, her beliefs. And so in a way, sometimes I feel like her, like, as a therapist, an occupational therapist for Emmy, she's like a therapist for me, like talking me through hard things, and things that are foreign to me are second nature for Kendra. Since coming to see Kendra, she's moving her arms, like the arm that was stuck up here is down. She can grasp things, like she's not be able to move her fingers at all, and she moves her fingers and can hold things. She has gained a form of independence. You'll look at Emmy and think, oh, she's disabled. Like, what kind of life is that? It's a good one. She has a good life. I just feel like there's no limit to what she can do and what she can overcome. She has that grit and that determination that you need. Every child's different, right? So you can't promise that they're gonna do X, Y, and Z, but you can believe in them. And for me, that's what Kendra did. She always believed that Emmy can do this. Deep in my heart, I'm not just saying it because I'm her mom, but I believe her purpose is greater than my purpose. I believe she has reached more people in her 3 years than I have reached in my 36. But I think people are inspired by her because she's tough. She's had, I don't even know how many surgeries, at least 10 surgeries. She's been through it, and she's always happy. And she's just a joy. Honestly, she's a joy. She's changed our whole family, and not just our family, she's changed other people. And so I'm so humbled to be her mama, and thankful for the way she's helped shape me into who I am, because I'm not who I was before I had her.